Hi, this is Andy, and today we're going to do another SRX Automation lab. This is the fifth one, and we are going to look at the VPN connection configuration. Okay, so before we do that, so maybe we actually take a look at the topology diagram, right? So this is how our lab set up, right? So this is our Ubuntu DevOps machine, and we are going to execute our management CLI over here. And this is the virtual SRX. Now on the other end, there is the what we call the head end. There's another virtual SRX. Behind that, there's a subnet, which has a private server. Okay. So today, what we're going to do is we want to build a VPN tunnel between the two SRX. So the traffic when trying to reach the subnet of the private server, or going back to the DevOps machine, will be encrypted, inside the tunnel. All right. So let's go back to the VPN connection configuration. So this is how we're going to do. So we want to build a basic VPN connection to the SRX head end, right? We want to, well, today we are not going to use Ansible, but we actually going to use another way to do the automation, which is using a PyEC program. The idea is we will have a configuration file. We put it in a YAML file. It's called vpn.yaml. And then we also have a template. It's called Jinja2 template. And so we will build a PyEC, a Python library, a Python program using the PyEC library, and load the configuration file by building a new VPN config using these two files, and then load it into the SRX. Okay. Now, if you have you don't have a lot of experience with the SRX, that's okay. Uh, First, we will review how we are going to build a VPN configuration, right? If you go to this website, there is actually a VPN configuration tool, or you can actually search, Google. It will bring you to this page. You just do like SRX VPN configuration. So these are the attribute, right? You need to fill in order to build a VPN tunnel. Okay, so let me just show you this example really quick. Right. So if you want to just you can type the link, or you can do the SRX VPN configuration, right? And it will go to this site called SRX, site-to-site VPN configurator. Okay, so if you click this page, it will give you this diagram. Okay, so I have it right here. Now, the idea is you can actually, just type in all this different information. So this is the one, before, right? So you basically type in what type of a VPN you want to build. Uh, the interface IP address, the network address information, the zone information, right? And then the remote site information, the network information, and then the IKE and IP set specification, security policy, and then if you want any monitoring, then what you can do is if you type all this information and click window, it will build the SRX configuration, VPN configuration for you, and you can basically cut and paste this and then put it into the SRX firewall. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we basically look at uh, you know we start with the VPN type. It's a route-based VPN, right? And endpoint will be local static IP, okay, to a remote IP address, okay. This is going to be a static IP, but you can actually, define a remote dynamic IP as well, right? So there's a couple different ways you can do that. And the interface zone, right? So basically, you can look at our, topology. So this is the, the private network, right? Our local network 172.16.10. This is on the trust, right? And then we have a VPN zone, and then this will be the untrust, right? Going out to the untrust. So the untrust IP, interface will be 002, right? And then I have the, on the other side, I have the, the public IP address of the other SRX, which is 10.10.05, right? And then also, the private network I want to reach is 192.166. So these are the information I want to input into my my configurator, right? So here we go. From this is, so there's a list. You can just fill A, B, C, D, E, F, right? So this is trust. This is the trust interface. This is the untrust interface, and we are using the GE002, right? And then on top of it, we are building a VPN, zone, and also the interface. We named that interface is ST0.0, okay? And there's an IP address for the VPN tunnel, right? And then we also want to the VPN tunnel, and then we also want to describe the network. So 172 is our local network. 192.168 is the remote network I want to reach, right? IKE information, right? The other side, so I need the IP address of the other side. So it has this error, but basically it's because 10.10 is a private address, so it actually is okay because for our lab we use 10.10, right? So then now the IKE security level, you can choose it. So this is basically the phase one, right? And I define right now we are using a symmetric password. So basically the two sides will share a secret key in order to do the communication. And then this is the phase two definition, and then the security policy. So after I do all this and then enter all this information, I can click the the window, and it will help me to build this configuration. Sorry. Okay. So this is the configuration after I enter all this information. So this basically is the SRX CLI. You can see that, right? And how to build the IP site-to-site tunnel. All right. Now, so this is actually not too difficult. It's quite straightforward. You just need to input all the right parameter. But what you want to do is actually you want to do two side, right? So after you build this side, you want to build the other side as well, right? And then you have two configuration, to talk to. So you can place the two configurations for them to talk to each other. Okay, so what we are going to do in this lab is basically instead of entering this parameter one by one, we can actually put it in a YAML file, right? So if you go to the lab, you can see that okay, so we're in this class, right? So we are just going to this lab. Here's the VPN connection to the head end, right? And so basically there are two files you want to build, right? You remember, this step. There are two files you want to build. You want to build a YAML file for configuration and the Jinja2 template for the command line. Now, in this lab, basically we name these two files has the same name. So one is called vpn.yaml, the other call is vpn.j2. Okay. So let's look at these two files, right? So this is the Jinja2 template, right? So you can see it's a very similar to the the configuration file we just got it from the configurator, right? Now the idea is that there are certain variable here, right? And we just use a blanket. So the J2 file, this Jinja2 file, vpn.j2, will read this variable from a YAML vpn.yaml file, right? And then fill in all these variables and output to a temporary file. Okay, so this is the Jinja2 file. Okay, now you can see this is our VPN.yaml, right? So this is the configuration file. Basically, you define it's very similar to the configurator, right? You define the IP address on the other side, the interface, and then the information from our side, right, from the local SRX. Now, after you do that, you will use a Python program to load them, right? So let's go back to the procedure. Okay. So basically, you need to build three files, right? One is the vpn.yaml, is the VPN configuration file. The second one is vpn.j2. This is the Jinja2 template. And then the third one is called template load.py, right? This is in the lab already, but basically this is a Python program, and it uses a PyEC library and load the VPN configuration to SRX. Okay. And then you can just execute this command to get this working, right? So let me just copy this command. Now what I'm going to do is I will go to my terminal and okay, so I have the first I'm going to run SSH into my DevOps server. Okay, so this is my DevOps server. And then the second window, I will go into the SRX box, right? Okay, so let me just put it up. If I do a show configuration security show security configuration show configuration security IKE, which is the phase 1 definition. I have nothing right now, and then the phase 2 is the IP set, right? So I don't have anything defined here. So what I'm going to do is I will go to this directory, Weigun, and then there's example directories, right? And you can see now I have this template load.py file. This is a Python, and then also the in the VPN directory, I have the vpn.j2 and vpn.yaml, right? So you can see this is exactly how we define the YAML file, right? And then this is the vpn.j2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is and then run this config, and so say if I want to commit the yes. Okay, so it should be done, and I will go to my SRX student. I show this again, right? IP set, and then this IKE configuration. All right. So so for the detail of the template file, you can actually take a look, and I think we are done with the lab, and yep. Thank you.